Middle East geopolitics, the hidden game between the U.S., Iran, and Arab states. The current geopolitics of the Middle East reveal a complex and carefully calculated game, especially involving the United States, Iran, and key Arab countries such as Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Oman. Arab states' strategy: stop the war, but for their own interests. Countries like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Oman are actively trying to prevent the United States from launching a direct military attack on Iran. However, this is not driven by sympathy for Iran. Their real objective is strategic self-interest. These countries want Iran to remain weak but intact, not destroyed through war. A full-scale conflict would destabilize the entire Gulf region, while a weakened Iran allows them to extract economic, political, and regional advantages without firing a single shot. Fear of regional war. Arab leaders understand one critical reality. If a U.S. strike hits Tehran, especially under a leader like Donald Trump, Iran will respond. And that response will not be limited to Iran alone. U.S. military bases across the Gulf, located in countries like Qatar, Bahrain, and the UAE, would become immediate targets. Any war between Washington and Iran would spill directly into Arab territory, turning them into front-line states. Saudi Arabia's calculated pressure on Iran. Saudi Arabia is pursuing a strategy of maximum pressure without direct war. For example, Riyadh has reportedly offered support to Sudan's military on the condition that Sudan cuts all military cooperation with Iran. The goal is simple: push Iran out, expand Saudi influence, and reshape the regional balance of power without triggering open conflict. The IRGC fear factor. One of the biggest fears among Arab governments is not just Iran, but what could come after Iran. If a U.S. attack leads to the collapse of Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei's rule, many fear power could fall into the hands of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. The IRGC is seen as more radical, more militarized, and far more dangerous than Iran's clerical leadership. For Arab states, regime collapse does not guarantee stability. It could produce an even more aggressive Iran. Saudi-UAE rift over regional dominance. Tensions are also growing between Saudi Arabia and the UAE. While Saudi Arabia is cautiously moving toward de-escalation and dialogue with Iran, the UAE, aligned closely with Israel, supports a harder stance against Tehran. Saudi leaders believe that if a war breaks out, Israel and the UAE will benefit strategically, while Saudi Arabia will bear the economic and security costs. Pushing Iran to the negotiating table. Gulf countries now believe Iran is in a relatively weak position, economically strained and diplomatically isolated.